Hi everyone, welcome to the Wednesday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. A line of severe storms rolled through the viewing area last night and early this morning, prompting several severe thunderstorm warnings to be issued for western Kentucky, as well as tornado warnings for Callaway, Christian, Marshall, and Trigg counties. High winds appear to have caused most of the damage in Christian County, with Emergency Management Weather Coordinator David Powell reporting nearly 71-mile-per-hour winds at the peak of the storm. Around 1:30, emergency officials in Hopkinsville responded to North McPherson Avenue, where a tree nearly fell on a house. The occupants of the home, whom a neighbor told Source 16 had 4 little children, were not injured, but the tree damaged the siding of the home, dislodged the electric meter from the home, and fell on a car. Morning commuters traveling southbound on US 41A had to find alternate routes for their destinations after lanes were blocked near the 10-mile marker in Hopkinsville because of downed power lines. There are unofficial reports that trees caused 2 electrical poles to snap in the John Reeves Road area between Lovers Lane and Kentucky 1027 South. Emergency officials also reported several trees down in the city, including a residence on Bahama Drive, where the homeowners are thankful to be alive.
I was asleep and I heard an awful racket, and I jumped up and we just thought the door got slammed shut because of the windows and everything. And I looked outside and I seen that and I said, no. I said, we got a big tree down in the yard.
The Wishar's bedroom was just feet away from where the tree once stood. Now they're preparing cleanup after last night's storm. They're
getting it cleaned up. We got a guy coming, supposed to be here in an hour and a half, and work on the ceiling, on the roofing outside. And how long it would be to get somebody to cut that up, I don't know.
There were also reports of trees down at Hopkinsville High School and on Kaufman Drive, Main Street, Elm Street, and South Jessup. A few power lines were also down in the city and county, causing streets to be shut down until cleanup could be completed. And there were also reports of trees down in a few other counties in our viewing area, specifically Callaway County, where highway crews were out early this morning to assist in cleanup of more than 15 trees that had fallen. Meanwhile, Montgomery County, Tennessee officials reported wind gusts of 82 miles per hour in the Woodlawn area. Officials received several emergency calls, including calls regarding 2 mobile homes that had collapsed, one on Batts Lane and the other on Birch Road, where a mother and her baby were trapped inside for about 30 minutes until emergency workers rescued them. A house fire was also reported on Brownsville Road in Montgomery County, and there were 2 reports of trees that had fallen on vehicles. Now, in the 2 hours after the storm, there were 14 homes reportedly damaged and numerous reports of trees and power lines down. Due to the damage and widespread power outages in Clarksville, Montgomery County, public schools closed 5 hours early today. The Clarksville Department of Electricity reported the storm caused power outages that affected about 12,000 customers. As of midday, electricity had been restored to about 7,000 of those customers. Fortunately, there were no reports of any fatalities or serious injuries from last night's storm, which reportedly had winds measured at 103 miles per hour before crossing into Kentucky from Illinois. A portion of the Pennyrile Parkway near Hopkinsville was shut down this morning after a tractor-trailer overturned, spilling thousands of gallons of ethanol onto the road. Kentucky State Police say John Lord of Princeton, Indiana, was traveling southbound on Pennyrile Parkway around 4:20 this morning when he merged into the left-hand lane to allow a slower-moving vehicle to get off at exit 8. For unknown reasons, Lord merged into the median, where his tractor-trailer then struck a guardrail, causing his vehicle to overturn on the driver's side. The rear of the trailer then struck a concrete sign support, causing it to rupture, spilling about 7,700 gallons of ethanol onto the roadway. Lord's truck completely blocked both southbound lanes and the off-ramp at exit 8. Environmental crews were on the scene for about 9 hours for cleanup. One southbound lane was reopened around 11 o'clock. All lanes were cleared around 1:30 this afternoon. Meanwhile, another tanker truck loaded with ethanol overturned on Interstate 24 eastbound around 11 o'clock this morning, according to Kentucky Transportation Cabinet spokesman Keith Todd. He reports the crash occurred around the 28-mile marker between Clarksville and Nashville, closing the eastbound lanes of I-24 for most of the afternoon. A Fort Campbell soldier charged with butchering and killing his wife's dog last year appeared again in Christian County Circuit Court this morning. The attorney for 42-year-old Mark Staley made a motion to reconsider sending the 20-year Army veteran to the Kentucky Correctional Psychiatric Center for a mental evaluation. However, Judge John Atkins denied the motion.
I appreciate your concern for his treatment. I think that we'll gain considerable insight about Mr. Staley's condition while he's at KCPC. The motion to reconsider is denied. I think the information that we need as far as this case is concerned is best available through their services, and issues concerning his treatment, while important, are not paramount to the court. So the motion to reconsider is denied, and necessary steps will be taken for Mr. Staley to go to KCPC for his mental health evaluation.
According to court documents, the motion to reconsider was made because Staley's attorney claims he received a mental evaluation last year. As we previously reported, on December 27, 2010, Staley's wife, Ismelda, told police he skinned and killed her dog and gave it to her in a bag. Staley's next court appearance is scheduled for May the 11th. A Graves County man is facing drug charges after police reportedly found several ounces of marijuana and other drug items on him and in his vehicle. 37-year-old Timothy Hutchinson of Depot Street, Mayfield, was arrested Tuesday after the Graves County Sheriff's Department received a call that he was driving down Hunt Road, which is a dead end, and almost hit several people with his van. Police say Hutchinson had driven past 3 no trespassing signs and was found in his parked vehicle at the end of the road, where officers smelled marijuana coming from the vehicle and say he appeared to be under the influence. During a search, a plastic baggie containing 4 ounces of marijuana was found on Hutchinson, while police say more pot, a crack cocaine pipe, and other drug items were found in the van. Hutchinson was taken into custody and charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia, criminal trespassing, and operating a motor vehicle under the influence. He was booked into the Graves County Jail. Well, the Hopkinsville Christian County Chamber of Commerce held a ribbon-cutting ceremony today to welcome a local business as a chamber member. Real Living Southern Style is a real estate franchise that offers a program called Homes for Heroes that caters to local heroes. Broker Etta Walker said the program is open to any Kentucky and Tennessee hero.
It's a very exciting program for us to be involved with. It's a way to give back to the men and women that serve our country and our community. The program began after 9/11, 2001. It actually is nationwide, and we're the first in Kentucky and Tennessee to be affiliated with Homes for Heroes. And Homes for Heroes is a discount program to give back to the military, police officers, firefighters, EMT, medical personnel, and teachers that give unselfishly every day to, again, our country and our community.
According to Walker, local heroes can save thousands of dollars through the program when buying or selling a home.
We are committed to giving back 25% of our commission towards the home purchase or the home selling process for those heroes. We've had a great, successful business over the last 15 years. We'll be in business 15 years in October, and it's our way of saying thank you. And we are the exclusive affiliates for Kentucky and Tennessee at this point for our area. I'm sure there'll be others, but it's all across the country, and we're just very excited to be a part of it and to be able to give back.
To take advantage of the discount the program offers, register at homesforheroes.com. In case you missed a story first reported at 10 last night, the skeletal remains of a body found over the weekend in western Kentucky has been identified as a Marshall County man who went missing over a year ago. The state medical examiner's office positively identified the skeletal remains through dental records as 46-year-old Roger Norton. The skeletal remains were found by turkey hunters Saturday afternoon in a wooded area off Bryant Ford Road in southern McCracken County, near the Graves and Marshall County line. Now, according to state police, Norton was reported missing in February of 2010. An Ohio County man already facing over a dozen counts of sexual abuse has been indicted on additional charges after 2 more female juveniles came forward claiming they were sexually abused last year. Kentucky State Police charged 63-year-old Carl Hardesty of Beaver Dam with 2 additional counts of first-degree sexual abuse with a victim under 12 years old. State Police say the recent charges stem from an investigation where 2 females under the age of 12 alleged that Hardesty abused them sometime between May and June 2010 in Grayson County. According to police, the investigation was presented to the Grayson County Grand Jury, which issued the indictments. As we reported on March 2nd, Hardesty was arrested by state police and charged with 15 counts of first-degree sexual abuse with another victim under the age of 12. The first victim alleged the sexual abuse occurred nearly 20 years ago, and 2 more victims surfaced alleging similar conduct. He remains lodged in the Ohio County Detention Center. Here's Hopkinsville Christian County Crime Stoppers Coordinator, Officer Paul Ray. These are our featured fugitives of the week.
Your help locating 2 wanted fugitives.
Police are looking for 35-year-old Jason Lee Quinn, who's wanted for failure to appear on felony charges. Quinn is a white male who stands 6 feet, 2 inches tall and weighs 170 pounds. His last known address was the 1000 block of Pool Mill Road. Police are also looking for 47-year-old James Oliver Lyle, who's wanted for probation violation. Lyle is a black male who stands 6 feet, 3 inches tall and weighs 140 pounds. His last known address was the 100 block of Crescent Street.
If you know where police can locate these wanted fugitives, then we've got cash waiting for you. Pick up your phone now and call our tips line at 887-TIPS. If your information leads to an arrest, Crime Stoppers will pay you a cash reward. And remember, we will never ask your name, and you will not have to appear in court. Well, this week's Fugitive of the Week, I'm Officer Paul Ray for Crime Stoppers.
Well, tonight's Powerball jackpot is $56 million. Coming up on Friday, the Mega Millions jackpot is $19 million.